Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Miami Dolphins. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The former 3rd overall pick, Quentin Williams, there to bring him down.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll have a Jets 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 1st down, Wilson. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. For the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable, so they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And, it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. This defense for the Jets, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Gaskin again on 2nd down. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Handoff, it's Gaskin. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. A give running left, McAllister. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He's going to air one out. And this one is incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hart. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And they'll try the jet sweep here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Now Wilson. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. And think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now. And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll come out in the pistol. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he completes it to Hunt. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 36, Wilson. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
They'll run on 1st down. McAllister, he'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going up top. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Now, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
On second down now, Duckworth, and he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
Let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter, because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Tua. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Ross on the return. He'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return, and the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he finds Corey Davis. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Flush to his right. He finds his man, complete. That's Hart. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 6 there on 1st. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Let's go.
To throw again is Wilson. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out at the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 15. It's a big play there for Miami. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. That's a staple of this offense, drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd and 2, 1st down marker at the 5-yard line. This is Gaskin on the carry. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Tua with a quick throw, caught out wide. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Dolphins continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Dolphins have got it. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua.
He'll get this out wide to Gaskin.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it second down. Tua, fast pass outside complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Sanders' kick is good. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
The first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Wilson to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Here's Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On 1st down, McAllister, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
They go play action with Wilson. Flushed out right. Caught right side, Davis. I don't know what what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Now Wilson. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Wilson. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down to the 3.
Well, look what we have here. A sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Throwing again here, Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Hunt. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Another shot to at least get on the board here. This is 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
Here's Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. I think here the score dictates you pretty much got to go for it.
But when you look at the scoreboard and you realize that 3 doesn't do you a whole lot of good in this situation, you're exactly right. Dial up one of your better plays and get after it. Forget the field goal kicker. He doesn't matter.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Gaskin, and he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down.
51, Mike 51.
Now Tua. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 78 yards. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control. Sanders now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
It's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Wilson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On 3rd down, Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it, just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Oh, it stays up.
Yeah, he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Second and 5 now. Tua over the middle. He's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Ready. Yellow, 43. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Duckworth, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll keep it on the ground. Duckworth powering his way forward. And he's got this down to the 35. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Let's go now. Push him back. Push him back.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
51 the mic, boys. 51. What we got?
Back to throw. Sands. Now they go screen. It's complete. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Here we go. 60 Eagle. 60 Eagle. Watch the run. 35's the mic. Watch the backer. Watch the backer.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Let's go. 70 Timberwolf. Check 99.
They'll run now with Gaskin. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Set up. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Double tight, guys. Double tight.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Let's see what you got. 35's the mic. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Looking to throw. Sands on the right side. Open is Gesicki. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Operating from the gun. Sands. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken at the goal line.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 55, 55.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Gets through and now an opening. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 51 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Miami, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings.
Meanwhile, for the Jets, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5.